On this edition of Serio Cooks, we're gonna make red curry chicken soup. Now, here's the thing. I can use the little jar, but that paste has an ingredient in it I don't like, soybean oil, because it's genetically modified. So I'm gonna take the time to make this myself. I'm gonna start with an entire red pepper that's all chopped up there. You see ginger, there's a shallot in there, there's a little bit of coconut sugar, there's 3 tablespoons of lime juice. Now that's my wet ingredients. Now my spices include cilantro, there's some cumin in there, there's black pepper, there's also red pepper, there's turmeric, and a pinch of salt, about a half teaspoon of salt. All right, so I'm gonna mix up my wet ingredients first. And we'll put this entire recipe up on foodnationradio.com for you. And there you see the red peppers really making a splash for themselves in the food processor. And I'm gonna use a spatula and clean down the sides. And I've added all my dry ingredients, and we're gonna get it going again. So we ran that through the food processor, and we'll set it aside. I can tell you right now, just from a little sample of it, because that's what I do, this tastes so much better than that stuff in the little jar. All right, we'll leave the curry paste aside for right now. Let's get the chicken going. I start with my pan with about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil down at the bottom. All right, I don't need to cook it all the way through. I just want to get it just started. It's actually going to finish in the soup itself, and that way the chicken is nice and tender. And there you go. The chicken is not done, but it's not raw anymore, and that's exactly what I wanted. All right, with the chicken set aside to my pot, I'm going to add 1 can of coconut milk, organic of course, and I'll use my spoon to break up that big chunk. There you go, much better. Now I'm gonna add my red curry paste that I made. There you go, and obviously we've given that a good stir. Now 1 more ingredient. I've added 2 cups of organic chicken stock, and I'm gonna bring this up, not to a full boil, but just a nice simmer. And there I got a nice little simmer going. I'm gonna add about a half cup of organic baby corn pieces. It's traditional in Oriental cooking, and also some yellow bell pepper, organic, that I had as well. To add a little bit of flavor to this, and a little bit of color, and a little bit of vegetables. All right, you can't see them, but everything went right to the bottom, but it's in there. You can see some peppers floating on the top, and the little corn pieces are all the way on the bottom. On the stove, I have my pot with about 4 or 5 quarts of water in it, and we're bringing it to a boil to cook my rice noodles. By the way, I don't add salt to the water here because there's enough salt in the chicken stock and enough salt in the curry paste that I made as well. Now quit looking at the pot because the water is not boiling. A watch pot never boils. My rice noodles are in the boiling water. This will be done in about 2 to 4 minutes. In the time that the rice noodles are cooking, I'm gonna add the chicken to this soup. My rice noodles are done. I'm gonna use a pair of tongs to get that out of the boiling water. And I'm gonna take it right over and put it into the soup. I've put my rice noodles into the soup mix and given it a nice toss. Oh, this looks and smells so good. And there you go. I can't wait to dig into this. The recipe's on foodnationradio.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button and then click the little notification bell on the right-hand side. And whenever we post recipes, you'll be the first to know. I'm Michael Serio. Thanks for watching.